just took my breath away. It was so much like floating, and you got nothing under your feet, you know? It's really cool. It's just really the best, closest thing to flying there is.
As soon as my feet left the ground, I was full on in love with this. You just keep flying. I pretty much devoted all of my life to it, working as little as possible on the side and flying as much as possible until I was able to make flying my new job.
You start with kiting, which is to learn how to keep the paraglider above your head like when you're flying. And then they just take you to a nice gentle hill and you just run and it blows up above you and it picks you right up and then you're just flying and it's so stable up in the air. It's like amazing. I've always thought it looks pretty easy, but it is much easier than it looks once you're up in the air. It stabilizes a lot.
It's simple to learn, but very hard to master. It doesn't get old. There's always a new challenge. There's always a new wing to try. The technology just keeps improving. We call it coloring in the sky because you leave your contrail of where you're going. It's creative, it's imaginative. You're dealing with the fourth dimension, and so it's very challenging, but when done correctly, it's incredibly rewarding.
I try to emphasize the beauty of the mountain really more than anything, but I also try to teach everyone a little bit about the glider, a little bit how to fly so they can go away from it and feel like they've learned something as well as had a great experience.
A whole new experience. I mean, I think that everybody wants to fly at some point or has dreams, and it's very unrestricted. You know, the FAA has nothing to do with paragliding, and they don't regulate it, and so it's real free, and you can. But it's just flying. You know, it's just really cool. It's the simplest way to fly, I think.
It's funny, the passengers who are most bold, who want a big flight, a high flight, or really want to do the aerobatics, if they're bold on the ground, they're usually wimpy in the air. And if they're kind of reserved and quiet on the ground, I think that's common sense. And those people tend to loosen up in the air and want it all. So the psychology of flying with passengers is very interesting. It's always different. It's always a challenge. The weather's always different. Your passenger's always different. But one thing's got to be the same is the good launch and the good landing. Most everyone who does fly is very excited and happy that they did it.